Ah, children of the internet, what music they make. And by music, I'm talking about mean comments. Welcome to November, in which all of the videos will be about vampires. And we're kicking it off with a mini timeline of the classic blaxploitation vampire series, Blacula. But I won't be using this voice, except to say that I don't drink wine. I don't, actually.
The legend begins back in 1972 with the blaxploitation film Blacula. It kicks off back in 1780 at Castle Dracula as the king of cartoons visits the count in order to help stop the slave trade. Drac bites him, of course, and dubs him Blacula, and we then cut to Transylvania in what it calls present day, so possibly real time 72, and we're told that Dracula was killed almost 150 years ago. Two kinda comedically effeminate guys buy out the Drac estate, including the coffins, and they take them to LA, and he awakens and starts a-blooding. He finds Tina here, who looks just like his dead wife, of course, and starts leaving a trail of bodies around town, leaving Detective Thomas to try to crack the case. He very soon realizes that they're up against vampires, and they start hunting for the Count. There's a whole new pack of vamps, and I should note that they have this greenish tint to their skin, and those classic, really uncomfortable looking fangs that look like you'd be biting your own lips 24/7. Tina still seeks out Blacula to be with him and is shot, so he turns her, and there's a final face-off with the cops, including tossed barrels. Vamp Tina is staked, so Mama Waldy commits suicide by walking into the sunlight. The Black came back for another attack just 1 year later in 1973 with Scream, Blacula Scream, and Foxy Brown is here, and there's a dispute of who becomes the successor of a voodoo queen, causing Willis to resurrect Blacula using his bones. He thanks him by turning him into a vampire, and the pair begin stalking the social circles of Lisa and her ex-cop boyfriend, with Blacula turning into a bat and flying around LA in glorious animated fashion. And he spots a poster from Nina Simone and Miles Davis concert in April of 1973. So that's when this one is set. So it would appear to be 1 year after the last one, if that's in 72. And damn, that would have been a fantastic show. And the vampire army starts growing.
Come on, let me get a good feel of those bones.
Arms is not where I thought that sentence was going.
He tries to woo Lisa, and it's weird to see Pam Grier play such an easily intimidated character. And Carter starts figuring out what's going on. And man, this library has 6 copies of the Zolotov Affair and 5 copies of Summer in Sodom.
I guess they were just so popular that they needed multiple copies.
When he tells people he thinks it's a vampire, everyone laughs at him, even though the whole affair in the previous film was in the same town, was a big to-do, including the death of several cops, and there's no way that they can say that it wasn't vampires. So why, just 1 year later, is the idea so preposterous? Oh, and there's a 1973 calendar on the wall, so that's confirmed. Blacula's plan is to use Lisa's voodoo to cure his vampirism, and weirdly at times the vampire underlings just act like regular people, and then at other times act like zombies. The cops take out most of the vamps, and finally Lisa stabs his voodoo doll with a stake, although his final fate is unclear. Even though there were no further entries, the impact of this series was widely felt. It kicked off a wave of blaxploitation horror films throughout the 70s, including Ganja and Hess, another vampire film, Abby, an Exorcist-inspired film, Sugar Hill with zombies, Dr. Black and Mr. Hyde, which is probably my favorite title, and of course, Blackenstein. This past summer, it was also revealed that a reboot is on its way, but it will reportedly actually pick up where Scream Blacula Scream left off and will be set in the modern day, post-coronavirus. Assuming that it is indeed a follow-up, the role of Mamuwalde would have to be recast, with William Marshall's passing back in 2003, and it's going to be tough to fill those shoes. And those spectacular sideburns.
So there you have it. It's only 2 movies that actually have a fairly decent continuity. They're not overly connected, so I guess it doesn't totally matter. And if you haven't seen these movies, I would check them out. They have a very lasting legacy. The first Blacula is a great film. It's very enjoyable, a lot of fun, with some fantastic acting in it. It's just, it's really, really quality. The second film is not as great, but if you enjoy some Pam Grier, which I happen to enjoy some Pam Grier, I would check out Scream Blacula Scream as well too. I'm looking forward to seeing what they do with a reboot. Hopefully it will be handled well, and we'll see if it works. I enjoyed these. I hope you do as well too. I hope you enjoyed this kickoff of November. Almost all the videos. There will be one video this month that is not vampire related, and it will make sense as to what it is. But let me know what you thought of these movies down below. Let me know what vampire series that you'd love to see me cover, and I will think about it. In the meantime, please like this video, subscribe to the channel. Please check out my patrons, because these guys help keep me in these stupid outfits. I appreciate that, and I appreciate you guys for watching these videos, and I will see you very shortly for another vampire video.